What's happening, everybody? So last week I dropped a video where I went down to one of my favorite shops in this issue comics for a little bit of retail therapy, comic book style, because the week before was an absurdly long week, testing, trying week, and I needed to shake it all off in one of the best ways possible, and that was to go buy a bunch of comics. And so now you finally get to see what I picked up on that very successful shopping trip. So let's take a look. And because I believe in delayed gratification, because I can be cruel like that at times, now you get to see everything that's in the little lovely short box that I was gifted from the shop. And this is all the books that I picked up that day. So just wanted to just give you a little, keep you in suspense just for a few seconds longer. So now let's get to the books. I know. Gino, stop playing around and show us the books. All right, fine. You want comics? You got comics. So we're gonna start off with Batgirl. Got some Batgirl Rebirth in here. Here's number 8, 9, and number 11. Just jumping right in with some Batgirl action. Some of these are still organized because I had them kind of laid out for a bit. I think I was looking through just to double check with my collection list, or maybe update my wanted list or something like that. So there's Batgirl. And here is number 12. I like that cover. Actually, it's all pretty cool covers, but especially that one. So number 12. And a couple variants that you saw in the shopping video. But here is 35. And I actually will have 2 of those now because I have another one on the way, which was totally unintentional. And I could have saved a few bucks if I would have double checked that. But this one I do not have. Well, I do now. 38, the variant. So that one. Lovely Joshua Middleton covers there. So, been eyeing those for a while, and I was about to order them, but I picked them up at the shop, so I figured, why not? I'll just get them there for the shop. And jump over to Detective. Here is 956. This one I showed off in the video. I went through most of the Detective Rebirth books they had just to see if they added any more, because it's been a while since I looked through their Detective. So that's got some Batman. Here's an early one, number 4 there, and another earlier one, number 8, Rebirth. Let's center this a little better. There we go. And here is 10, Assault on Santa Frisca. And here is 35, jump up a bit, Duel with the Demon's Daughters. And then 38, I get another one of these. This is the cover by Olivier Coipel, the variants for 38. And I already had one of these, but it had a few spine ticks. And I was digging through and I saw this one and I knew I wanted another copy. So I got it. And so most of these books were $1, except for the 2 Batgirl. Those 2 Batgirl variants were cover price. And I got a couple other $2 issues in here as well, but only like 5, I think. Everything else was pretty much $1. Or everything else was $1, I mean. And here is, so I wanted some more Green Arrow, because I did read, there was one arc of Green Arrow Rebirth from, I think, 12 through 17. And I had 12 and 13, so I knew I wanted to get 14 through 17, which you saw in the video. But then I also wanted some of the beginning arc, because I'd read the first issue in one of the 100-page giants. So I got 2 there. There's 3. And here is 4. Also, what I liked about these, which I didn't know originally, was that Juan Ferreira, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He worked on this, and I know him from the Dark Horse series called Colder, which I recommend. And so when I saw he was on here, I was like, oh, that's cool. And they got Otto Schmidt on here as well, and Benjamin Percy. And there's number 5, Green Arrow, Black Canary. And then here's the other arc I was talking about, so I can finish the rest of this. There's 14, 15, 16, and 17. Welcome to the American Nightmare. And because they had it, here is the annual. Green Arrow annual number 1. Happy holidays. Happy holidays? Question mark. And then I showed this, or I mentioned this one as I kind of passed through it. Here is the Dark Phoenix Saga, 40th anniversary of Dark Phoenix Saga variant for Fallen Angels #6. For Wolverine and Jean there. Saw that one. I hadn't seen that one before, but I was thinking, oh, I will take that. So that was full price as well. And what was I gonna say? I knew there were some Dark Phoenix Saga variants, but I hadn't seen any of them. And when I saw that there, that reminded me of them. And I was thinking, wait, maybe I pre-ordered it, but I didn't. So I showed this one off in the shopping video. Wildcats #1 from this run, Wildstorm, because I just wanted that series because I like Wildcats. And I came across this issue for, I think it was $1 at BAM, but it was kind of it was extra dirty. But now I have it a much better copy for $1, so take that. And here is, this one was $2. Here's Rose #12 from Image. Working on the Rose series. It's like 17 issues. Meredith Finch and Iguara, I don't know. Here is #13. And they had #1, so I snagged that. $2. Rose #1. And finally got this one. So here is World Reader from Aftershock. So I picked up at one of the other sales that I went to, which I haven't even done, I haven't even uploaded those videos yet. But it was the New Year's sale, the big New Year's sale that I went to, and I bought a bunch of stuff where everything was pretty much $1. And I came across this Aftershock comic series called World Reader, and it's a 6-issue miniseries, and I was able to get 1 through 4 and then #6. So I was thinking, where the hell am I going to get #5 from? MyComicShop.com hasn't had it in stock since I picked this up. And I looked on eBay to see, and I think there were probably 1 or 2 copies on there. But then I figured, when I was deciding, I was like, I think I was just going to wait and say, screw it. Hopefully I just come across it at a shop. And so I went there, I was like, and I was looking around thinking, what else could I grab? I was like, wait, World Reader, let me go to the W's. And boom, there it was. So now I have it for $1. Perfect. And here is another series that I wanted to check out from Boom Studios. Here is #1. I actually picked up issue 2, I think, from a shop not too long ago, but they didn't have #1. But here is the first print of Heartbeat #1, Maria Lovett. And another series that I am digging here is Strayed from Dark Horse, #4 and #5. Colorful covers there. This is a cool, like, I don't know what you call it, sci-fi fantasy series. Definitely recommend checking out. I mentioned this in my indie spotlight video, so. And then this one I showed off in the video because I just got it really just because the number. Here is Superman 666, The Beast from Krypton. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. Get Kurt Busiek, Walt Simonson. So just for the 666, figured why the hell not? And this one was quite the surprise. I never even seen this book before. And I was just looking through X-Men stuff for the giveaway that I mentioned in my last video, and I was digging through X-Men box because they had a bunch of new books, a bunch of new boxes in recent collection, and I saw this one and I had to look it up because I'd never seen this before. But here is X-Men, just this missing mutant mystery book. I guess it was a giveaway for something, I'm not sure, but I said screw it, I want it, so I got it. And here's another one that I showed off in the videos. Fantastic cover by Dustin Nguyen. Here's Batman 80-page giant from 2010. This is definitely a thick book. Was this originally $6 back in 2010, and I got it for $1. So, or 2011 actually, February 2011, and I got it for $1. So I got Dustin Nguyen drawn all these Batman-related characters: Bane, Harley, Mad Hatter, Joker, Batman, Catwoman with the goggles, Two-Face, Killer Croc, Hush, Riddler, Mr. Freeze, Clayface, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, And did I miss anybody? Oh, I think that's it. There we go. Oh, Penguin. There we go. And here, this one, another series that I was looking for that I realized because of the creators, well, mostly the artists, but it's Mariko Tamaki and Joelle Jones. Supergirl Being Super. Here is book 4. And I think I'd heard of this before, but since I've been into Joelle Jones in the last 4 or 5 years, whatever, and I saw that she drew a Supergirl book, I was thinking, oh, I need to find this. And it was never, I don't think it was in stock on mycomicshop.com, or maybe it was too much. I don't remember. But I was thinking when I was at the shop, I was thinking, oh, let me just look for, I actually came across it. I was digging through the Supergirl books and I saw them there. So here is Supergirl Being Super number 4. That was $2. And here is Rose number 11. I'm all over the place. So that's typically how a lot of my hauls go anyway. And this one, another one I found in a Supergirl book. Here is Supergirl box, Supergirl Wings. Now this one I definitely had to look because I had no idea what the hell this was, but it was a buck and it's like, what is this, Elseworlds? So Supergirl as an angel, like, I don't know, saving people or something like that. It sounded cool, and Supergirl, so I got it. Let's slide these books out of the way here. Getting a little crowded in here. Just a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to this massive Green Arrow run, and all these are actually still in order, so a treat for you. Here is Green Arrow 34. And we got Green Arrow 35, What's Green and Goes Boom with the Riddler. My man, Edward Nigma. And here is 36. So now what spurred this was, and all these were a buck. If you saw in the shopping video, I mentioned the short story arc that I wanted with Green Arrow that I picked up before. And then I just kind of went through and I was just looking through online, just curious about it's like the surrounding issues, and it seemed like some interesting story arcs, so I ended up grabbing a whole bunch more Green Arrow. So here is 37. So now we're at 34, 35, 36, 37. There's 38. 39. Sure, I'll stay in the shot there. And then jump up to 47 because the arc that I was reading was 44. Yeah, I think it was 44 to 47. And I have, actually, no, that was in the 50s. Never mind. This was just a separate arc. All over the place. So 47, 48, 49. Did not have 50, but I did order that. So that one will be on the way separately from mycomicshop.com. Here is 51 and 52. My girl Zatanna. 53, Solomon Grundy. This one just sounded cool with Solomon Grundy. I guess it was Grundy's, who was it, like somebody related to Solomon Grundy or something. Somebody connected to him enlisted Green Arrow's help to, I don't know, do something with him. I forgot what it was, but it sounded cool. So, and then here's the arc I was talking about, 54 and 47, because I already had 55 and 56, which I actually picked up at Half Price Books, I think that was. And then I ended up going up to 58. So that was the highest I got from that one. And back to some Batgirl. There's Batgirl Rebirth number 6. We got Poison Ivy. And Supergirl Being Super book. Which one is this one? Book 1. That was a buck. Like, it's crazy. I was like, oh, hell yeah. So I actually found the first 3 books in the dollar boxes. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I was thinking, oh, hope they sure have, I hope I find book 4 somewhere else. And I did. I found it in $2 boxes. So I got Supergirl Being Super, all 4 books for $5. So fantastic win for me. And here is, because I wanted to get this run, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. It's only a 22 issue run. And here is number 1. And this is also, if you keep up with the DC, the 100-page Giants, this is the same cover they used for the mass market edition, the Walmart edition. And then for the comic shop edition, they have Harley Quinn on the cover, which is this. It's obviously because of the movie, so Harley Quinn is getting inserted into all the Batgirl or all the Birds of Prey stuff. So, boo that. I did go see that movie, so this over like a couple days ago or Friday when it came out. So, if you want to go see Harley or Birds of Prey and the fantabulous emancipation of one Harley Quinn, let me know what you thought of that in the comments below. Here is Batgirl and Birds of Prey number 2. And number 3, Batgirl, Black Canary, Huntress. Here is number 5. And number 8. Again, all of these were $1, including this gorgeous piece of work right here from, guess who? Adam Hughes. Here is Batgirl and the Birds of Prey number 20. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Just love catching a Adam Hughes cover. Again, I got this for $1. Like, what? You can't beat that. So we got, look at this. And you know what? What's even funnier about this one? I kept pulling this out multiple times and I was staring at it for minutes at a time. And just something about always trying to find Adam Hughes' tag, his AH exclamation point cover art tag. And I was staring at this forever trying to find it. And eventually I did. It's... Wait, no, I forgot where it was now. Damn it. I did find it, I swear. And but seriously, oh wait, there it is. Right by Black Canary's fist. It took me forever to find his tag. I'm always looking for it, but there it is. Adam Hughes, AH apostrophe, or not apostrophe, exclamation point. But look at this. Oh, so gorgeous. And then, this next, oh my gosh, I got so much more fun stuff. I'm gonna save those for last, actually. Let's see. I'm gonna pull all of these out. Yeah, okay. Saving those for last. We're gonna jump through. So, show off the last of those. Here is Supergirl Being Super, Book 2, and Book 3. So got those 4 issues there, fantastic. And then also at the, which would have made more sense if I would have uploaded the other sale haul first, but here is Aquaman number 43. This is part 1 of Kelly Sue DeConnick and Robson Rocha's run. In Unspoken Waters, Destiny Waits. So I wanted this one because Kelly Sue DeConnick is one of my favorite writers, and I'd say one of the best in all of comics. So, and I'm not really a big Aquaman fan, but I was thinking, you know what? I was always kind of debating Kelly Sue DeConnick. Maybe she can do something with Aquaman. Maybe she'll do something fun with him. Plus, I just like her writing, so this would just be something new and interesting to try. I didn't get it right away, but at the sale, the other sale that I went to, I found a whole string of her issues. Actually, everything but this first issue. So, but now I have it. I got it for $1. So that all the other issues I got for $1 as well. So that's fantastic. And let's see what's next. And what's a comic call? What's a GENOTHADRAGON comic call without some Captain America? Here it is. Captain America 310 and 330 featuring the Demolition Man. I don't know who did the cover art on this one. It looks familiar the way I forgot it was on this. Oh wait, there it is. Let's see. Oh, Zach. Okay, Zach and McCloud. I don't know who McCloud is, but Mike Zach though. Oh, that Captain America look there. And got some amazing Spider-Man because here is 55/496 because they were kind of in that odd spot of doing legacy run. And actually that legacy run numbering back then with this stuff was a mess because now websites, every website kind of does it differently. Some actually list it by legacy number and some do it by the volume 2 number. So even League of Comic Geeks is kind of a mess trying to navigate sometimes because it could be in one title listing or another, you never know. And this one I just got because I just wanted a second copy of it. Amazing Spider-Man 797, Go Down Swinging Part 1. I was looking, I've been able to find copies of 798 through 800, at least 798, 799 for $1 various times. What I wanted to do was get 797 through 800, another set of those for a giveaway. and I'm just kind of waiting because I could never find 797, and I didn't want to do it if I couldn't get 797. But now I have another copy, so Alex Raw, Spider-Man, Green Goblin, and the Red Goblin arc. And these next two books were a surprise find as well. They actually had quite a bunch, so I might end up going back to get some of these. Here is Mighty Thor #1. We got Jane Foster, and she, I don't know if she was dying of cancer the whole time she was Thor, or if it just kind of kicked in later on. I forgot. I only read part of it, so I'm not sure. But then here is the Legacy run, which is the Death of Mighty Thor Part 1. So 700. So I actually think I might get the rest of this run. I got a whole bunch of creators here. A 50-page Asgardian epic. So I actually might end up going back to get whatever else they had of this run because I just want to read something. So, and then this one was a double surprise. So here is Supergirl 36, and I'm going to tell you why this is a surprise, because I didn't even realize it when I had it in hand multiple times. And I didn't realize this until I was just another one of the many times I've gone back through this box. But this is one of my favorite covers, Joshua Middleton. This was one of my favorite all-time covers, but also obviously my favorite Supergirl cover up until, I don't know, that's kind of debate now, but this is definitely one of my favorite Supergirl covers now, along with Supergirl 27 by Emanuela Lupacchino and Dave McKeag. But this is Joshua Middleton from the 2000, I think this run started in 2006, 2005, 2006. But fantastic cover, just look at it, embrace the gorgeousness of it. So I already have this book, and I was thinking, oh, I'll grab another one. It was $1. And then I was going back through the books just because I just like to look through my recent hauls, and I just happened to grab it, and I was holding it, and I actually felt it. It felt so weird. I was like, what is this? I flipped it over, and there was a whole other copy there. So I ended up getting two more copies of Supergirl 36 for $1. I didn't even realize that. And I was thinking, whoa, look at that. Double surprise. And I didn't even realize, I don't know if I have to count back and see if he actually, when he was ringing it up, if he counted that, because I didn't even know that there was a second book there. So, I mean, if he did, then whatever, it's $1. So, and it's one of my favorite shops. But if I didn't, or if he didn't, then it's just cool as hell to get two copies of this gorgeous cover for $1. So, so double surprise there. So that's fantastic. And now I'm saving the best for last. Oh wait, one more. So here is X-Men Legacy 275 Mark Brooks variant. I just wanted to get another copy of this one because it was $1 and it just looks cool. Also, you've seen this poster up in a lot of my videos on the background, and I already have a copy of it, but Mark Brooks, so I had to get that. Actually, I think I got that one because I wanted to frame it. Besides it being gorgeous, I wanted to copy the frame. So now, all right, let's get these books out of here, because these last books I want to finish with, it's going to be a cool story. This last stack of lovely books are all related. And y'all know the X-Men are my favorite. And Fatal Attractions is one of my favorite story arcs, favorite X-Men story arcs, and just favorite comic crossovers. X-overs, as they say in the good old 90s. And I still say the X-Men survived the 90s. They fared better in the 90s than anybody else in comics, and I stand by that. So anyways, Fatal Attractions, one of my favorite stories. Uncanny X-Men number 304 is my favorite all-time comic because of many reasons I've gone through before in a separate video years ago. But I was looking through and I was thinking, you know what, since I did it for that Supergirl 27, I was thinking, you know what, 5 is my favorite number, so I'm going to do that for my favorite comic book. So I was looking for copies of Uncanny X-Men 304 and my favorite all-time book. So I found the copy. These are all $1. So they must have just got in a whole bunch of stuff. And I was thinking, oh man, like, oh yes, remember this cover, John Romita Jr., fantastic artist way back. And I just hope, I don't know if they have any more copies, and they did. So I grabbed another copy. I was thinking, oh yeah, that's so cool. So I already have 2 copies actually. I have my original copy from years ago. It was kind of beat up because I read it so much. And then I ended up getting another copy like years on down the line. So I already had 2 copies, and then boom, here's more. Boom, another one. And boom, another one. And yet another one. So now this is actually the most because I have that original beat up copy. So this right now, just recently, just like that, just took over the spot of the comic that I own the most of, like completely unique and not including like variants and stuff. But here it is, Uncanny X-Men 304, Fatal Attraction. So I was thinking, you know what? I wonder what else they have for Fatal Attractions. You know, it'd be cool as hell if they have more of the, like if they have the rest of the arc, I'll just get a whole nother set. So I was kind of going through and I remembered everything, all the issues, and I was seeing like the holograms that I was flipping through the books. So I was like, oh yeah, there it is. So there's X-Force 25, Excalibur 71. I was thinking, oh man, I wonder if they keep going. So I was going through some more. And here is X Factor 92. I'm like, wow, they really got like just got a whole bunch of them. There's Wolverine 75. And last but not least, X-Men 25. So now I have a whole other set of Fatal Attraction, X-Men Fatal Attraction, this crossover from the 90s. Just good, just fantastic stuff there. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men, X-Factor, Excalibur, Wolverine, and I say X-Force, I don't know, whatever. But just cool, got the hologram covers there. Fatal Attractions, look at this. Out of the light, into thy father's shadow. A new mystery begins as a life hangs in the balance. An offer of salvation, a betrayal most bitter. Home is the warrior. Behold now the Exodus, my man Exodus. A comrade's return, a friendship lost, and the death of a dream in this final battle. Because we got Exodus in here, the Acolytes, the X-Men. We got the funeral of Illyana. Colossus's betrayal, becoming an acolyte. We have something else. Oh, Wolverine getting, Magneto pulling out Wolverine's adamantium skeleton. There's just so much in Fatal Attraction. I absolutely love it. And I just figured because I could get a second set for $1 each, I just couldn't pass that up. And then I got all these copies of Uncanny X-Men 304. And people might be thinking, but you know, that's not even, it's not some magnificent key, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's a fantastic book. And I'm just, as a collector, and it being just a trend or something that I'm doing right now, I'm happy to get it. And I got all of them for $1. Like, I'm going to rebag and board this one for sure, but I have to double check the rest of them. But everything else looks so cool. And I had them all for $1 in the same shop. Like, this is just fantastic. And y'all just couldn't believe the joy, like the joy of my face. Like, the fanboy joy that I got from being able to get all of these. And just look at this. It's so cool just to get all this Fatal Attractions. If you haven't read it, definitely go check it out. I just wanted a second set just for the hell of it. If I can get a trade just so I don't even have to mess up my single issues, I will, just so I can keep rereading it. But so that is that. I'm gonna leave you with this because this video has gone on extra long. And yeah, so this was a fantastic shopping trip. I'm so glad I made it down there. Also pre-ordered, or had the shop order me a copy of the Forever Maps graphic novel from Scout Comics, which I've talked about. So I'm looking forward to reading that whenever that comes in. They're gonna let me know. So I will definitely be showing that off when that comes in. And yeah, this is just definitely a perfect way to cap off an absolutely horrific week. And yeah, I had to do it comic book style, nerdy style, and very successful and fun. I had a lot of fun shooting the video. I like doing the shopping videos just because. And yeah, so now you got to see all the books that I came away with in this short box. Got the short box for free as well. So that's that. Let me know what you think of my haul here. And have you found any deals, good deals lately, new shops? Have you checked out any new shops? And whatever else you're reading, just drop it in the comments below. Happy hunting, happy reading, happy collecting. This is GENOTHADRAGON saying thanks for watching and peace out.